Is my mic on? What up, everybody? We are here for another edition of Wrestling is Trash, a nonsensical podcast where we talk about professional wrestling, past, present, and quite possibly the future, which is currently going on right now with NXT 2.0. It's very, very colorful, very light, very open and spacious. And also, we are celebrating the fact that Big E is now your WWE heavyweight champion. I am celebrating with some pancakes right now. Very delicious. Got some syrup made by a black lady. Yeah, you can hear that on the microphone. Chew it in there for you. Joining me is the man, the myth, the legend, down below me, the mayor, Orange Cassidy's number one fan, the mayor. How are you, sir?
Chilling.
Chilling.
That's all you get tonight. Just a little thumbs up.
Good. Chill. I got a little pancake on my chin. And follow the name. Nick Anicelli is here as well. And
what they do?
I'm gonna talk a little bit of some wrestlings and whatnot. B-Fab just had a in-ring debut for NXT 2.0. It didn't look too fab from what I just saw, but she got time. Also, what the hell?
I'm switching devices.
Oh, very well. The freshly squeezed. But yeah, a lot has gone on since we were here last. We have the completion of the All Out pay-per-view by AEW. We had a whole bunch of surprises and returns and debuts and whatnot. Also, the launch of the aforementioned NXT 2.0. Also, whatever the fuck come up, I guess, in conversation, because I'm really eating these pancakes right now.
I know we're gonna get into like a lot, but it's like I want to kind of summarize everything real quick. Like, what the hell can they possibly do next between the two major companies, AEW and WWE? Like, Rock came back, Punk came back, Bryan Danielson's in AEW, Adam Cole's in AEW.
More pancakes. Say hello, everybody.
And more pancakes. and then, but yeah, all these returns and comebacks, and it's like, I think they've done everything. Then it's like, Big E wins the title.
Yeah.
It's just what like now they got this new NXT and we'll see where that goes. You know, it sucks. Was gonna say yeah, she's like, I don't know what's next.
Yeah. Apparently for me, next is more pancakes. But we got Carmelo Hayes out there right now. I don't know why I'm constantly talking about it like everybody's watching it with us. Dan is out and in again playing hopscotch.
But I guess so okay, so I'm gonna ask you both a question then before we go further, because we'll start with All Out because we didn't really get to talking to that. Tag team match was great, but I know predominantly I feel we're always going to talk about who came and who did it. So first, try not to elaborate on this.
I came in my pants when Minoru Suzuki came out.
Yeah.
I was like, ah!
Yeah. And that was a moment where like my New Japan wasn't in me and knowing knowledge, but then I instantly was like, wow, this dude seems like a big deal. And it's like, wow, this dude is a huge fucking deal. And he's madman, and that match with Moxley was okay. That was good. But anyway, so first, do you think it was just literally yes or no? Do you think it was bad that Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson came out at the same time?
No.
Okay, I agree. Which one do you think obviously popped more? Bryan Danielson just because of the name? You think?
Danielson for sure.
Yeah. I think
Danielson
also,
for sure.
Yeah, and I think also because it was like people pegged him to be a WWE loyalist for a long time and whatnot, and that sure wasn't the case.
Yeah, but also too, I think though. But I also think though it was the case of like everybody kind of knew already Adam Cole was coming. A lot of people, it was still kind of unsure that Danielson was coming, but it was more of a pause. It was more of a matter of when he was coming.
Yeah, this is
I'll leave
this
that
is the
alone. But
this is
it
the
was more
this
of
is
a
the
matter of
sweet
when he was
treats
coming.
episode.
Hey, it's dinner
Don't you be
time over
rustling
here.
that damn
DoorDash
bag? You better
episode.
mute that shit.
Not sponsored by.
I'm done.
But everybody was expecting Danielson to come to Queens and come out in Queens. This
Yeah.
whole topic right now is just pause worthy. But yeah, it was
Man, you need
everybody
to
was
let that
expecting
go.
Danielson
We
to come
grown
out in
adults. We
Queens.
know what we
But
talking about. God damn it. There's no more pauses on the
I
show.
know. It's
Just
still
say what
fun
you
to
gonna
say.
say.
Right. Motherfucker. I'm sorry I used your word, good sir.
Yeah.
But anyway, we know he was coming out. We all thought he was coming out in Queens.
Yeah.
But as we described and we broke down on the last episode, because of New York and its COVID restrictions, and just as, again, city employee who my union is kind of going in and out of it right now, who knows what the fuck would have happened. And if people were vaccinated, not vaccinated, to be able to attend and show up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we got them both. Danielson's pop was better. And also, too, we knew Cole was coming, but we knew ahead of time that all of those cats were best friends.
Mm-hmm. And it's also
So,
like, it's not a shocker Adam Cole went there. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
Even
His
though
wife
everyone
is there.
knew, even though you knew Bryan Danielson was going, it's still like, yo, this is a huge WWE guy. Like, one of the best WrestleMania main event stories of the past, whatever. Motherfucker was in the main event this year. Like, like literally in April, he was main eventing against Edge and Roman Reigns in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
then,
just that match itself was special because it was 3 people that may have never ever wrestled again.
yeah. At one time, and I didn't even think about that. At one time in life, they all had a scare.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, it's crazy. And then it's like, that's why I said, though, it's like, I don't know what's next. Like, so I guess we'll stay on the AEW subject because I was going to mention Brock, but I thought that was a great pay-per-view.
Best pay-per-view this year so far, in my book.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's funny. So that weekend, one of my buddies from back home was visiting. And you can make fun of me. It wasn't too late because remember, I'm on the West Coast. So it wasn't like prime party time. But we're at a bar like pre-gaming, kind of like what you and I did, Rob, with TakeOver.
Yeah.
Just sitting there watching on my phone. Everyone's bumping out some music, and I'm just like... But a couple of people came up and asked, like, yo, you watching the pay-per-view? I'm like, yeah, I ain't missing this shit.
Yeah. What
you guys think of Punk's match?
We was in a restaurant in Las Vegas, sitting at a little bitty ass table, the 3 of us with an iPad up watching a pay-per-view.
I was there and wasn't there at the same time. We discussed this already. No need to yell at me again for it.
You know what it was? Hey, do you know like how it's like, God, thank God nobody just saw what I was watching? Like the one match we were watching pretty much down there was Walters. So at least if someone would have been like, what the fuck they watching? They would have saw at least a legit fight.
Right.
It was like, oh, they could have been like easily, this is some UFC shit? What is this?
That's a WWE fan.
Now you mentioned that match, and I was on a friend of mine's show this past Saturday, and I had to declare, not because this is a WWE product, but that tag team match pushed Walter and Dragunov down to number 2 for me as match of the year.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think you kind of get Walter and Dragunov, and it's not like their fault, but that's just a flat one-on-one match. Like this was tag cage, which I'm all about shenanigans. Like I'm all about that. Just like with Bryan and Cole, like I'm all about shooting all your loads at once. Like that's just how, but I think too that's also how you get made more. Like if you have two friggin' huge debuts, all these great matches, like I think if say just one of them didn't debut, I don't think it would have lived up. No, I would have lived up to the hype. I want to fix my wording there. But it probably wouldn't have been I'll say if Bryan Danielson didn't. If he didn't debut, I don't think it would have been maybe as memorable to people. But like I said, I don't know. I thought definitely pay-per-view of the year.
It was the first pay-per-view that I actually paid money for in over a decade.
Nice.
I mean, technically with the WWE network, I mean, I technically I paid, but like a legit pay-per-view.
$60 pay-per-view and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When pay-per-views were a thing, like before the network, like when you were older and had maybe a little more money, were you guys buying pay-per-view a month?
Wrestling?
No.
No.
What I did is had people over and we all chipped in.
Mm-hmm. That's what we used to do when I was in.
The last pay-per-view I might have actually paid for was, I think, De La Hoya Mayweather, and I was still living in the Bronx at that time, and I don't think I had not one of my children. I'd have to check the date on that fight, but I don't think I even had my first daughter yet, and I was still living in the Bronx at that time. That was the last pay-per-view I paid for, that I know I paid for. Discounting, like you said, B-Rob, having the network, you know.
I still miss
pays itself.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last one that I paid for.
No,
prior to this, yeah.
Well, prior to this one, because thank you to the plug, but the pay-per-view with the exploding barbed wire the exploding ring sparkler match, that was the last pay-per-view I paid for.
I'm sorry.
That was the I wanted to pay for that one because I've expressed here before how much I love that style of match.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they decided to try to do that in America, we all didn't expect that shit. But but I was hoping for something. And they still put on a good show. Oh. Big Styles save lives with their titty beats.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
So, but yeah, I was going to transition, but if we have more to say about AEW, we can always go back. I just got to talk about Big E just because of how
go ahead. I just finished my celebratory pancakes.
I would say this podcast is dining is trash.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, man. I think, you know trash. What it was? You know what? Do you ever have you guys ever honestly fell off for like a little bit, or you don't watch maybe for like 6 months and then you came back? Like, has that ever happened to you guys?
I mean, it's happening currently to a lot of people in WWE, especially.
Yeah. So with me, obviously, you know, Rob,
I had years. I had years of fall off.
So I always said, but the biggest draw I ever think I went was when I was deployed. Rob knows, like, you ain't watching this shit really out there.
Yeah.
So when I came back in 2013, like, Big E was like new to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, like, I like this dude. And then I was like, yo, then he wins the IC title and all that. So I was like, I'd like to say Big E is probably my favorite modern, like, day wrestler that's newer to me. Yeah. And just seeing, and the fact it took place in Boston, always going to hit a little bit of home to me, because that's right up the road from me. But I just thought that was crazy. And it's just like, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, like how I think, but like you hear the New Day, like if they didn't make that, they wouldn't be around now. Yeah. It's just crazy to see like 2 out of 3 have been world champion within 2 years of each other. And, you know, I would like to see Xavier Woods get there just for that complete circle, but he might not. But then I saw your tweet earlier, Rob, like that dude's got to get King of the Ring.
Yeah, they need to do the King of the Ring just for him.
And then it's just seeing how everyone was praising that dude, and like I don't think Big E's ever been hated, like ever, from the fans or thing.
And then my homeboy Malik did the dope ass picture with him and Brody.
Yeah, that was a really sick photo too. And just everything Big E's gone through personally, like he said on the podcast, and then the passing of pretty much his best friend. Like, dude deserves it. That's why I think. But like I said in the group chat, I really think they're gonna do so. Neither one of them lose. They're gonna do the New Day versus the Bloodline, which I'm all about.
Yeah, that's what everybody been clamoring for.
Yeah, well, if they even bring back somewhat of the Survivor Series format, I would absolutely love it. But yeah, I'm like you, Nick. Like I really I like Big E a lot, man, and especially after watching his little mini documentary that they have on the network about him. Like
Yeah.
this dude is a really good guy, and it's hard to root against somebody who is such a great person like he is, man. It was a feel good moment that you wish he kind of had his Kofi moment instead of it being on Raw. Like you wished,
Yeah.
I wished it was a little bit bigger for him, because I wished Bobby Lashley actually ran with the championship for at least a year. I've called that here before too,
Yeah.
but obviously things didn't happen. But on the show that you love to hate, B Rob, uh, Bully Ray made the great point on kind of why they pulled the trigger when they did. Is because of the NFL season and Monday Night Football coming back.
Also, did I say at one point in time that I hated Busted Open?
Yeah, you have
Yeah, you
several
have.
times,
I did.
You
several
have.
times over,
Yeah.
several times over.
Damn. That's
Yeah.
why we record this shit, I guess, because I don't. Because when you say that, I'm thinking you talking about. I said Undertaker got a podcast. Well, I was like, wait a minute.
Nah. You said nah. I don't fuck with that show at all. That's
Oh,
why I usually
okay.
call it as the
I
show.
got you. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like,
well, I mean, that's just how I talk. I mean, when I say I don't fuck with that show, is I just mean I don't listen to it. I don't have nothing against it. I mean, I just don't listen to it.
okay. So I'll retract the hate part, but
Yeah.
I just said love to hate. Now we'll just say that as a joke.
Mhm.
As y'all said, I'll blow up the chats and all that. But nah, yeah. But on Busted Open, now that I feel free enough to say the name, Bully made the point that is like they pulled the trigger now because a lot of people were talking, even in our group chat, people were talking like this was kind of to combat the loss of ratings via AEW during the week. But
Yeah.
he made the great point of it's like you can't be competing against ratings when one show is Monday, the next show ain't till Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Their direct competition, which blew my mind because how the fuck did I not think about that too? Monday Night Football is their new competition,
Yeah.
which then in
Yeah.
turn it kind of to me it kind of now deflates things for Big E because now it's going to be like, damn, is he going to get that proper
Damn.
is he going to get that proper fan respect in watching the show because he's now the champion
And then
Yeah.
over
also,
watching Monday Night
Yeah.
Football?
So, because I'm not a huge ratings guy. Like, I like reading, like, oh, how'd they do? How'd this person do? You know what I mean? But, like, so I think last week they had 1.9. This week they had 1.6. So, first off, outside looking in, I don't break down percentages, but only losing 300,000 to the first NFL game of the season. You know
not
what I
bad.
mean? Not bad. In my opinion, that's not bad. 1.6 still good. It's not like they go like under a million. But if you look, because this is what I really want to know about today, the third hour had the highest viewership, which means people literally tuned in to see what Big E could do.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a sign.
Yep.
But like you said, I kind of hate when WWE does these knee-jerk reactions because Bobby Lashley was killing it. And I think we could praise him this whole podcast about how great of a champ he is and just the guy and the whole nine.
Then also,
And it
I would
sucks
like
that it
to
came down to
Yeah.
what it came down to.
And then also, I would like to apologize for my inflammatory statements toward WWE in this aspect of I was saying they would never do a black to black champion, which for one, I am a dumbass because Sasha and Bianca.
But the men's side.
Yeah, and then I was like, no. I tried to cover my tracks. I was like, I was talking about the men. And then, they did it. In which, I mean, I'm not saying it in a disparaging way, like they shouldn't do it or anything like that. It's just like I didn't think they would do something like that, and they proved me wrong. So
I think, and I could be wrong here, and this is obviously like a white guy talking, but you guys might get what I mean. Like, I kind of think outside looking in, they got the talent of, like, I think if you got talent like a Bobby, Biggie, and a Kofi, like, I don't think they care about race when it comes. Like, I think now, no matter what, in WWE, what color you are, I don't think matters if you got the talent. Because everyone's shitting on AEW. Now everyone's shitting on AEW for not. But can't really hate on AEW yet. Like, look how long it took WWE.
Yeah.
Like, do you even really want to count like The Rock? Hey,
More
like you count
meats.
you know what I mean? You count The Rock, but like
yeah,
when you really think true, like African American, first one, I think Kofi.
yeah, and then The Rock pulled that old school joint of I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how do you guys?
Polynesian.
You know, of men of color, obviously. How do you guys feel about how a lot of people are crapping on AEW for like all white wrestling and this and that? And
it's just like, yeah, go ahead. You got
Well, all I was going to say when thinking on the AEW aspect of things is the company is still just under 3 years old, people.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. It's like allow this thing to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Allow AEW to grow. It's only been here for less than 3 joints so far.
Yeah.
Less than 3.
And then they got
it would behoove them to not want to build their foundation off of the people who built the foundation.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
And if you want to get technical, you go. My bad.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of it's a whole bunch of unresolved shit that they haven't done yet. They still got to wrap up the shit with Hangman Page, and I don't think anything it's weird to say anything racial.
That name I got a question on,
or whatever, but it's just like it's not time. It's not the right story yet, and whatnot. And they are starting to build a wealth of talent. They just signed Lee Moriarty. They got Powerhouse Hobbs. They got Ricky Starks. They got Scorpio Sky, which I mean, it seems like they always want to do something with him, but it doesn't seem like it's the right thing to do with him at the time. But they're still doing shit with him. Mm-hmm. And then I mean, who else is on there? They got the Captain Sean Dean or whatever that's doing a lot of dark appearances, but he is still
on the women's side. On the women's side,
yeah,
Big Shot. Yeah, I was gonna say Big Swole.
On the women's side, you got
Red
Jade.
Velvet.
Yeah, and then there's the thing about not Red Velvet, Big Swole is, I mean, she's sick, so it's like they can't use her frequently because she battling her illnesses and shit.
Right. But there's a question I wanted to ask. Well, I want to go back to the WWE part. I'm truly hating this race bullshit and wrestling.
Yes.
So, in a way, so am I too, Brian, because it's just like number one, if there is anything to praise the WWE for, this is what I wanted to spin back to. Praise them for just that. The fact that the faces that are running with the main show's main titles
and black
are all people of color. And them Samoans sound just like they off the streets of like Brooklyn or Baltimore. Like they sound like they grew up around only black folks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so appreciate the champions of color that we do have out there.
So would that make them only fans of black people?
No, wait. Let me ask you this. If I'm wrong, because even when WWE puts like the WWE or Universal title on on a guy, when's the last time they even had like an American white dude? Because hasn't it usually been Europeans? Is Seth Rollins the last one? Not that it was Brock. Even Brock, you don't count Brock.
Randy Orton.
Oh yeah, Randy Orton. Yeah,
Randy. And that was recent.
Yeah, Randy and Seth.
And his
Wait, did you see what Randy Orton put on Twitter? I mean, on Instagram.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. Yeah. That's how I feel about this shit when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah,
the talent. Now, I mean, I can go to bumfuck Egypt and tell you about the most talented black guy I've ever seen in my life on an independent show, but I mean, will that translate to just hot shot him to a title picture? No. I mean, he got to work for that shit, you know?
But on that point there too, though, that Brian made, though, that also comes from us people.
We need Brian to get on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can punch that motherfucker in the mouth.
Hey, yo.
Verbally.
But
come on, Brian. He's scared.
But I mean, I mean, again, to have the thought like that though that Brian had,
Yeah.
we're also a group of people who don't have the same hangups about other cultures as most
Mhm.
people do. You know what I'm saying? You being the military man that you are, me growing up on Staten Island, I grew up in a neighborhood that's now super Mexican. At one
Yeah.
time, everybody called Staten Island Staten Italy. Like our families and shit. Oh, he's folding laundry. You
Yeah.
gotta tell him, B Rob, like my man says, you don't want me to fold you up. You don't want me to fold your clothes while you still in them.
Yeah.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that to the homie. But you know what I'm saying? Like that takes just a level of tolerance here for
Mhm.
other cultures that it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's great representation, and
Yes.
that's where it matters.
Mhm.
That's where it matters, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And WWE, let's be real, they have done a pretty decent job over the years with said representation.
Mhm.
I mean, would we have had a nation of domination? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
You know, it's just I don't know. I mean, I can point at a whole bunch of my favorites and automatically say put a title on it, but I mean that's just me being biased. Freaking Jonathan Gresham, put a title on that dude. Freaking Lee Moriarty, who just theoretically kind of just started, put a title on that guy. But I mean, I know he still got to earn the shit. Yeah, I seen Mandy and she looked weird.
Mandy Rose is a brunette.
She looked like Anna from Tekken.
Yo, and I was
I'm
going
all,
to mention before, let's keep it real. When we talk about Scorpio Sky, he
Mhm.
did run with the tag championships as
he
a
was the
part of
first one.
SCU
The first, yeah.
in the beginning. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So give it time. And if there's anybody that's handling diversity well, it is AEW by way of people of color. Now, the people of color thing is subjective, but then it's the sexual preference thing,
Mhm.
sexuality thing, and how people choose to live. Nyla Rose, I love Nyla Rose. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Call
Mhm.
me whatever. I love Nyla Rose. She's dope. A lot of
Funny
the,
as fuck too.
they represent with they represent with the fucking a big part of the LGBTQ plus community as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
the whatever Cody's label is. I mean, he's got his sapphire for real
Mhm.
in Brandy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, just as far as diversity, AEW already kind of has that on lock. TV product champions, I get it, but give them time. Give them time.
Yeah. Because I
So
mean,
where do you got? Oh.
yeah, they just kind of, when it's a sensitive subject with Scorpio Sky because they started down the path with him and then they just kind of pumped the brakes real quick, and that was because it was still it was clashing with the story that they was already currently telling with Kenny and Hangman and the Bucks and all those other guys and whatnot, and it's just like I want to see those stories play out, and then just to interject something in there just for the sake of it. I mean, it's fucking up the story.
Now, Nick,
So
before you run on, I got a question about Hangman.
Mhm.
This hit me while I was in the shower earlier
Damn.
because we no, well, I was listening to
yeah,
the wrestling podcast
Yeah, that's fucking.
while I'm showering.
Mhm.
You
We
said
grown
not to say
people. I told you
pause,
we
but
ain't got to do that shit no more.
yeah.
You ain't got to explain
I know.
yourself.
Let me have my fun, Negro. But
we
anyway,
grown.
but nah, I was thinking like we all know he's next and
Yeah.
deservedly so.
Yes.
But is he not pretty dry to be running as the face as a personality?
I
Is
mean,
he
Now we
not pretty
haven't seen.
dry? You know.
Yeah, we haven't seen crazy mic work from him.
yeah. And it is just like he's just all action though. And, he'll do his
Yeah.
like his little things or whatever. And it's like the way they cycle it out, the talent and whatever, how they do it is like he'll be there, all the momentum, and then he off TV. they focus on another story. Then he just like every time Hangman Page come back, it's like a surprise. It's like he's just re-debuting again, and everybody loved that shit. So it's just like when he's in and out like that, and they're rotating, and it's not his time to be the forefront of the story. I mean, it's just like people have those reactions.
What he reminds me of, and he's broadcasted way more and way better, but kind of like a Ricochet. Like they can both kill it in the ring, but like I agree, they're both kind of on the dry side. But then just like with that, except Ricochet's on TV and on a roll and then stops, just like that. But obviously Hangman's on another level, because they do well with Hangman.
But Ricochet will be on that roll, and we'll know that role kind of stops there because they kind of have nothing for him.
Yeah,
but we already know they got the path is lined for Hangman already.
Yeah. I just don't think Ricochet's used because that dude, he's one of my favorites in the ring, but that dude really can't talk. Like some of his Twitter stuff's good, but when it's on Twitter, how often are you rehearsing it? Like how many times did you do it? I don't know.
Type it in and erase it. Save the draft. Think about it later.
And I want nothing but the best from Ricochet. And you could tell they were behind him at first because he got called up at Aleister Black and they were doing great. Then on his own, he won the United States title. And then once they took it off him, like
they won the tag titles.
Huh?
Didn't they win the tag titles too?
No, they lost.
Oh, okay.
They didn't. They were in a bunch of them, but they didn't win.
He does do good background TikToks with Nia though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I funny people on TikTok.
Because
follow R-Truth on TikTok.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, R-Truth's funny. I don't know what, because I don't think they're gonna do Bobby. I mean Big E and Goldberg right away. I think they're gonna do. So just because I think they're gonna do them two get the rematch at Saudi. Hey Douglas, and but do you guys ever read like the house show results or anything or no?
We're gonna be on till you get here, Brian.
Yeah, we'd only been 30 minutes. We got at least 45 more. But
actually, no, so I got another podcast right after this.
I sometimes read the things or whatever, but on the house shows, it's been Big E and Seth. And with the draft coming back, maybe Seth goes over to Raw, and I think Seth would be a good first person. I think Seth's that person, kind of like they did it with Drew. He's a good first person to feud with because he's going to make you look good. Not that Big E really needs it, I don't think, but
yeah. And then
or maybe if you turn Drew, or maybe if you make Drew a heel again, that wouldn't be a bad one. Heel Drew's not bad.
Yeah, but not for Big E. I kind of like your Seth notion. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I've turned the corner on Nick Rollins.
Yeah, the tail is going to be wherever Becky lands, but Becky is the Raw champ, ain't she? Or
SmackDown, yeah.
She's SmackDown champ. So that's the tail.
But they are fighting at Extreme Rules. Maybe Bianca takes it back.
Yeah. So that'll be the tail, if whoever stays. Or then it can do the classic New Day Street Profits switch. He's like, here you go. It's just a different color.
I honestly think Becky and Seth both need to go to Raw.
Yeah, because Raw.
And honestly,
that's why the New Day is back together for Raw.
You know what I'd really like to see in the draft? I'd really like to see Bobby Lashley go to SmackDown. And maybe do because if you're gonna do Brock at the Crown Jewel show, what if you did Bobby and Roman at WrestleMania?
You said Clown Jewel.
I hate those shows, but I always watch.
I whenever they put on Goldberg and the Undertaker and all them other motherfuckers on there, no, I don't watch. When they had bald head Shawn Michaels on there, no, I didn't watch.
But the other reason I really wouldn't mind, I want to see Lashley and Goldberg on that pay-per-view, because the match really means nothing. It's in Saudi Arabia. So whatever, Goldberg can get his revenge. He can win. He's not beating Bobby for the title. I'll probably still bitch that he won, but it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, like I said, that's what. Yeah, the Bobby and the freaking Goldberg shit does not need the title for that, so we good.
That's why Goldberg, he said he has that aura now where you don't want him. Like, I don't want it as much as it's funny. Big men meet slapping meat. As much as you want to see that, I don't.
Well, the only reason I want to see it because we know how much Big E wants it. That's the only reason.
Yeah, but
wants
like
Goldberg.
Yeah, Big E wants Goldberg. He been saying that way before. He's been saying that for years.
See, and the thing is, Big E set that up perfectly. That it could suck. He's like, it's not going to be your 5 stars.
Oh,
It ain't going to be a 30-minute classic. It's going to be 2 men with big chests and big muscles, 2 mini men slapping meat. It's like, this match could suck. It could suck.
He's like, you want some work rate? Not me.
That's why I'm telling you, if they do fight, no matter how bad the match is, I'm gonna love it because I'm gonna be thinking that in my head.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, that homeboy that was sitting on the right killed me because that dude was done. Like, he should have been falling out of his chair laughing so hard, especially when he hit the 2 big meaty men. Yeah, 2 big meaty men slapping meat. That shit had that. Just because I heard it from him, the way he articulates over the mic, it was fucking hilarious. Yes, thank you.
I don't care about any of that. You heard? You don't want a great match.
Nah.
See, you big men. We big. And big muscles. Bumping me. Watch wrestling as a kid. You want your 5-star matches? You want your 30-minute classics?
Not me.
Me, man, slapping me.
Like, you want to see that now, as long as Big E wins. Because Big E sold the match, and it could suck, and no one would care.
Yes. And it was just like, I would watch the match while playing that at the same time. I would watch the match on mute, so I didn't have any distraction. I would just play that clip over and over again.
Just keep that shit on loop, right? 2
big meaty men
slapping meat.
He's like, you want your instant classic? Bum that.
No, right?
No, my brother. Then the follow-up question is like, because the question originally is like, who would be your dream one-on-one match, and then who would be your like a freaking 6-man tag match, and then he was just like, he's like, oh, you guessed it. Give me 6 Goldbergs.
He said he wanted 6 Goldbergs. How long do you think he runs with the straps?
I would want that if he gives us a fuck them kids moment too.
I think like if Goldberg's not the
motherfucker right there.
There he is. All right, this is Rob.
That motherfucker right there.
I have been summoned.
Hey, Rob, it's all you. Then we'll get into the podcast.
What did I do?
Hold on.
That big meaty man was slapping meat before coming on here.
Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all back here in a second.
I don't want no 5-star class. Oh, what did I do, Rob?
Just me and you one-on-one. How dare you tarnish my 500 black professional wrestlers list?
Oh my goodness, here we go again.
You motherfucker, you. Nah, that's fine.
Okay.
Nah,
I didn't tarnish it, damn it. But
yeah,
not what I was
saying. He was like, nah, fuck that. I don't care if they're all black people. If Bobby Lashley ain't at the top of the list, fuck them motherfuckers. I don't want this list. Take your list and throw it away.
I thought it was a numerical order.
Nah, it was just the fact that it was 500 black people. That's all it was.
Brian, was there any intentions of you going to the show last night or no?
No. And
Raw's
I'm
coming to
still-
Providence, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm even still debating if I want to go to the one in Providence. I'm
Are you
honestly
master
gonna
debating?
Yes, 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 I am. Thank you.
But hold on,
Um,
that 500 black wrestler list, was Sweet Daddy Siki on there?
Honest to God, I looked at like 1 through 10 and just stopped.
Yeah. Look. They had their show last
Literally,
night.
I just stopped.
UWO podcast. You seen it because it was just numbered in the instance to where it was just like showing you that there's actually 500 black professional wrestlers.
Yeah.
So he looked at the top 10 and didn't see Bobby Lashley and all the people that's on TV currently, and he was like, "Fuck this!" He started flipping tables and shit.
With
and
all
Who was up there?
cussing
Ron
everybody
Simmons?
out.
No. With all due respect, right? No. It's supposed to be current wrestlers. These are current wrestlers. So, and
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
It's
Props
passing,
to all 500
passing
of them.
present.
Props to all 500 of them. But we were just getting off the topic of the PWI 500, talking about literally who belongs where.
Mhm.
I get the list. The name at number 1 was Trisha Adorn. Bobby Lashley was like 2 or 3. Like Bianca Belair was below that. So I'm looking at the list. I'm like, what? Like, how is this in any type of order? Like, with all due respect, who is Trisha Adorn and what has she done in the world of professional wrestling? I didn't mean no disrespect to the person, but when I see
your actions and your volume sure said that, brother.
well, it was like I said, hold on, wait, Rob. I kept the same energy until you told me it wasn't in numerical order. It was just a list of 500. I'm like, oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, and then I also proceeded to call him an uncultured swine.
Yes.
Oh no! See, you had to run with that sound bite. Sorry, Nick, close your ears, but you had to run with that sound bite that's running on TikTok right now. Nigga!
Oh my God, that shit gets me. You know something? Next time I go to Boston, nah, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm fucking with you.
Let's not do that.
Oh, do it. I do have to do that TikTok. I do got to do that. If not, I'm gonna react to
Oh
it.
shit!
Y'all really know how to make a white guy feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
just
you
close
let
the
it
window out real quick.
It's the cookout.
Yeah, but like, to your counterpoint, but like everybody doesn't watch wrestling the same. That's why the list will be different for everybody. It's just like I knew of her by name before I knew of her. Like seeing her do shit in the ring. So it's just like her name always hit my ear, and I never knew who it was. And then I actually seen her, and then the guy. He made that title. They had a title tournament for it, the Pan African. I keep forgetting the full name, the Pan African Championship, and she has held it. I think she's the first and the sole holder of it right now. And then most recently, a couple months ago, or however long it was ago, PWI. The same time they did it with Moose in the Impact title when they recognized it as an official world title. They did the same. They did it at the same time for her as well.
Yes.
So they got a little plaque and shit, and it was in the magazine.
Is it the Dr. Umar Prince of Pan Africanism, something like that?
With his
I've never heard of her. But quick question before you go on? Was Tankman up in that top 10 of you mentioned?
No.
Was
from
Tankman
MLW,
is
right?
on the list, but he's
on the list. But that's the thing.
Yeah,
it's
like
not.
I said,
it's not an actual top 10. It's just 500 black
Gotcha.
wrestlers.
Yeah.
And that's, like I said, that's what threw me off. And like I said, I kept the same energy until he told me it wasn't in a numerical order. Because with all due respect to her and what she's accomplished, she's not main eventing WrestleMania, which we can all agree, whether we like it or not. WWE is the biggest pro wrestling conglomerate in the world, and it's the biggest show. So, we all see why WWE always gets high representation in those lists. Mm-hmm. So that was just the same argument that I had. I didn't mean nothing by it to her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think you just don't like black people.
But no,
it's not pro wrestling in WWE.
Hold on.
It's sports entertainment in WWE.
And Nick, I'm sorry to do this, but can I just have a moment really quick? Because I know y'all were talking about the whole black thing, and I said in the chat that I get sick and tired of this talent shit.
You have the floor.
All right, I just want to explain something to people, right? When it comes to the whole like blackness and being proud about it, I'm all for it. I'm 100% for it. But I'm not somebody who's going to quote unquote cheer you just because you are black. If I'm watching something of entertainment for me, I'm going to cheer for the person who best fits the job. With all due respect to Cam Newton, I got a ton of respect for Cam Newton. But with all due respect, as a quarterback, he's not Tom fucking Brady.
It's Mac Jones time.
And even, but and it's funny that you say that, right? Because to me, we've had a style of quarterback here for 20 plus years in New England, right? And our quote unquote system has worked. And I'm not talking, I know, Dan, but I'll bring it back to what I was saying after. But the style of quarterback that Mac Jones is fits the style that we are accustomed to and that we know succeeds and gave us 6 rings in 20 years. So me not liking a guy like Cam Newton on my team isn't about Cam being black. It's about I want my team to win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, and let's talk about history, right? I am a diehard fan of the show called Big Brother. I don't know how many of you guys know what it is or whatever, but it's a house competition.
Hey, let me interject.
Nick
quick.
can speak to this.
Go ahead.
What? Wait, why can't I?
Yeah, because you're white.
Oh, no, wait. So one of my best friends, the dude that was here last week visiting me, is best friends with that dude Brent or whatever that was on the show from Rhode Island.
And Brent was a total douchebag on that show, and he was exactly what I wish was not on that show representing Rhode Island.
Well, no, wait. So spoilers, that was not the plan. So Big Brother came to Rhode Island. Long story short, they made him like for his video play football or whatever, and they pretty much said like, "Hey, you're gonna be a douche."
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
But here's
the dude. So what I heard is my boy said he's a little full of himself, which I think is not a bad thing. I think we all kind of are. But like they made him take it to another level there. Sorry, continue.
No, it is perfectly fine. But I bring that up for a reason, right? On the show Big Brother, it's been around for 23 plus seasons, and I'm a fan of it. I love the strategy. I love, the competitions. I love the backstabbing. It's like pro wrestling to me. It's about like, how do you manipulate to get yourself further into the game?
Yeah.
And never in the history,
Manipulate.
My nipples, I like it. But it's a show where it's like, it's a competitive show, but it's also a social game. And never in the history of that show has there ever been a black winner. I said it the moment I saw the cast. This is the blackest fuck edition of Big Brother we have ever seen, and a black person has to win this show. This past week, the first time in history of the show, the final 6 competitors are all the black people. They played the greatest game you have ever seen because they united and played strategically, looked out for each other. They all had a plan, and it worked to the T, to the point where the 6 of them who started the show are the final 6 left in that house competing, and it's now every person for themselves. When I want to talk about black excellence, that's what I'm cheering for, because it's showing these people got strategy. They know how to unite. They come together, and they're doing something that's never been done. So no matter what, we're getting history with 6 final people, and we're also making history because no matter what, there will be a black winner of that show, and as a fan of that, you know what I mean? So to me, it's amazing to watch that happen. Now, when relating it back to pro wrestling, there's a lot of great talent in this business. All right. There is immense talent from WWE to your local independents. All right. There are guys like Lee Moriarty, who you've been telling me about for a long period of time. This guy just got signed to AEW. He went out and earned his stripes. Yes, I wasn't a fan of him before, but I know enough now that I'm like, all right, I have faith in this kid. I know people say this guy is good. I'm going to put my stock in him, and I can't wait to see what his journey is. It's not just he signed, make him world champion. Yeah. That's not what I mean when I say stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And it bothers me at times because a lot of us in our culture, a lot of us in our culture want to champion everybody right away. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, motherfucker, prove your point. It's like, with all due respect, and I will say this, Dan, I'll let you go on this one, but really quick, with all due respect, I don't give a damn how black she is. Alicia Fox was fucking horrible. We can all agree on that, right? In that ring, she was hot garbage. Am I fucked up for saying that? Am I against the culture, or is it true? Props for everything she did, all the money she made. She's going into the Hall of Fame. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But as a wrestler, she sucked. Yeah. But if I look at a Bianca or a Sasha or even a girl like Jade, comparatively, it's like, no, you were bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, Michael Jordan was great, but you know what I'm saying? The 12th guy on the bench ain't getting no playing time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a couple minutes during garbage time when they're up. Still got a ring. Oh, sorry, Dan, but go ahead.
The only thing I wanted to cap to that, though, because you made that 1,000% valid points that I've talked about for years, in that you can't just rock with everybody just because they're black, because every brother ain't your brother. Mm-hmm. And I've experienced that on personal levels, 2 jobs in a row. two real life shit, 2 jobs in a row. Every brother ain't your brother.
Mhm.
That's all I wanted to add on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Except Booker T. Booker T got fucked that one time.
He did, but now Booker T is fucking himself with a lot of the comments that he's been making on his
Yeah,
show.
well, speaking of
Yeah.
comments, what do you guys think of Mick Foley just saying?
I'll throw one more.
Bitch.
Nick, I'm gonna throw one more little term out there for it. But you ever heard the song by The Game? I only fuck with you on 2 occasions, when I'm drunk and when I'm high. It's like, yeah, we can be cool, but when it comes to this shit, like, I don't gotta rock with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here for you, but we ain't gotta rock with you. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
Because Foley is made. Foley is made. Because if WWE was just like, fuck you, we don't want to have shit to do with you, he could easily just slide up in AEW just out of spite. He could slide up in Impact if you want to, out of spite.
Mick Foley could be the referee in a death match.
And I want to talk about that a little bit in a second too.
As you mentioned, Nick, though, bringing up Foley's comments, I gave him a round of applause because it was a 1 minute and 20-second video of nothing but accuracy.
Yeah. And
even Booker T said so owning up to WWE is like, we got to get our shit together.
And what this man down here in the bottom corner has said, it's all starting to tumble down here, and it's triggering that systematic change to where, like, motherfuckers that wouldn't have never said none of shit like this a couple years ago is just like, yeah, they all fucked up over there. Just you know,
no, right. And think about on that point there. It's like, think about it. We finally it took competition for them to finally give us 2 black women to headline WrestleMania. You know, it took competition for that. It took competition for them to give us the new Roman Reigns that we're seeing now, because WWE were tired of us booing him because we didn't want what they were pushing on us at the time. It took competition for them to give us the Hurt Business. And the Hurt Business was phenomenal. Hurt Business was one of their top 3 sellers in merch, next to another black team, the New Day, that they decided to break up during competition, which they found out was the wrong thing to do. Which, if you want to play this, there you go. So competition and these athletes now knowing that, hey, I don't have to be a superstar anymore. I can go do what I love, and that's professional wrestle somewhere else. It was 1,000% valid words from Mick. Now, does AEW, in my opinion, need to slow down on some of the talent signings? Absolutely. They do great in building long form stories, but you can't do that for everybody with the amount of shows that they have. They do have 4 shows, which the 2, Dark and Dark Elevation, are great places for actual developmental talent, because we all know that is like their minor league farm system, whatever you want to call it, because they do call-ups from the indies all the time, because their big stars need punching bags, which is cool.
Yeah. In addition, from the Nightmare Factory and Dustin's school as well.
Yeah.
So
I think.
Yeah.
Speaking on the talent behalf, honestly, I couldn't agree more. I think that's my dog. After Bray Wyatt, I don't think they really need to chill. Like, I don't think they need Braun Strowman. But I heard Braun Strowman, Adam Shear, I heard he's in talks with AEW.
No, I've heard he's supposedly supposed to be debuting at Bound for Glory on Impact. Yeah.
Sorry.
Personally, I mean,
that would be good for him.
Which is crazy because that dude wants a lot of money, and Impact ain't got a lot of money.
Impact does have money.
Y'all seen Bobby?
Impact does have money on the low.
Signed with MLW.
Yeah,
right?
Bobby Fish.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I like to go back to the Mick thing for a second. I love what Mick said. It was just like, yes, this is what fans have been saying. And like there's a section of fans that agree, and some of us have like the same common knowledge and have the same outlook on pro wrestling. Then there's, you know, the quote unquote casual fans of WWE, which, you know, outnumber everybody. But when you hear Mick Foley say that, it's like you're solidifying what we've been saying for a while.
Validating it, yes.
Yeah, you're validating it. Yeah, pretty much. And you're just saying what a lot of us have been saying, but you're the voice that probably needed to be heard.
Yeah, that's what I always say.
He's the
I'll
voice of the voiceless.
Hold on. Since
No.
CM Punk is no longer the voice of the voiceless, is that now Mick Foley?
Could be.
No, I was just yeah.
Oh,
No,
damn,
'cause
just shoot
I
my
was-
shit down. Blah.
No, I agree with you because I say that all the time. Like Jamel Hill said something recently about people need to start taking Big and Pac out of their top 5s and top 10s.
Mhm.
And I was like, ooh, wow. Some shit that I've been saying for fucking decades now. But you're famous, so I guess it means something. So same thing goes with Mick Foley. You're famous, so I guess it means something. But in this case, it means more because that is the realm that man worked in. He was in the company to understand when it was at one of its greatest moments ever. He was there. He made some of the greatest pieces of history there. So he has the right.
On a off subject note, though, could we credit AEW to how great Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole's themes are? I don't know if you guys really listen.
Fire. Both
I really like Bryan Danielson.
Fire.
Bryan Danielson's is banging in my opinion.
And his is out of happenstance or whatever, because the people who own Final Countdown wanted too much fucking money, and they was just like, nah, we'll just make our own.
I know, so because I remember Brian, you the one who said it on here, where I learned the Final Countdown. When I heard the lights go out, I started like getting it ready in my head, and then I was like, wait. And then he came out, and then obviously there was no pause really for Brian's music. He just kind of came out right away. But I think it's kind of cool he's not coming out to that in a way, because I really do like his new theme.
Listen, as a diehard fan, I want Final Countdown. It drives me nuts that we don't get Final Countdown. But I love the new song. It fits perfectly. Flight of the Valkyries, copyright free, so they can do whatever they want with it. So I personally, I'm cool with both themes. All I know is if a couple other people get released, I know Bouncing Souls Olay needs to be purchased. I'm not gonna say nothing else, but if you know the song, you know who it's to. It needs to be purchased.
I just think in general,
I don't.
El Generico.
Yeah. For Sami Zayn's old
Sami
character.
Zayn.
Yeah. So do you guys think Kevin Owens leaves?
Yes.
So wait. But why?
So wait. But
No,
why?
I wouldn't care.
No.
I wouldn't care because I know he's still gonna be on TV, so I'm not gonna really care.
Here is the answer that us Smart Mark fans would want to say. You probably have never seen Kevin Steen.
Oh, I have. I've gone back to watch him. Yeah, he was insane. The Mount Rushmore. That's all dope. That's why I said I wouldn't be mad if he left. But that dude hasn't had a bad time in WWE. Yeah, he's only won the big title once, but he's a Grand Slam champion. Or almost. He just needs the tag titles. But he's been relevant the whole time, I'd like to think. Most of his time there, he's been relevant.
So is our truth.
Mount Rushmore. But that Mount Rushmore there, though, that mentioning that, the whole, the tweet that we broke down that he deleted, but obviously people screenshot it, that would be an ill storyline, i.e. similar to Brock coming in fucking with Paul Heyman. He comes in and now fucks with the Elite, and there you go. A story that writes itself.
I'll admit, I like where they're going with Brock and Roman so far.
And pretty soon, Nick ain't gonna be watching WWE no more. He's just gonna be watching all AEW and shit.
Hey, I told you. It was like 2 weeks ago. It was I was watching AEW, and my girl finally, I guess, just kind of grasped it, just because I don't know, whatever. And she's like, "Wow, this is cool. We got to watch this one a lot more."
Oh, so
now she's all about it. Well, now she's all about it because she's never seen Punk, so I think she thinks she's like, oh, he's so seeing Punk, kind of like that. And then I think she likes Daniel Bryan. Like, come on, who didn't like Dick?
Did you high five Jesus after?
Yeah. See, B-Rob, I was gonna say.
You got me, big guy.
See, our influence didn't help. She made him acknowledge AEW.
She did. She made me
acknowledge him.
Well, you know what it is too. I'm on the West Coast.
Come on, Nick.
And
pour it out. Just let it happen. Just come to the dark side.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's so hard to watch. The only thing I can honestly watch live is that. But now, here's where I say also I love AEW. You can download the TNT app and watch shit on the East Coast on the West Coast. Now I can watch it every week live. The only thing I'm missing is Raw, which
You ain't missing.
am I missing? Am I missing?
He
Because
just
Fox now
said,
has Smack.
Put some horns
he
on
just
that.
said, did y'all acknowledge that he just said, I love AEW?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, I told you
That's
I've
all
always
we are.
liked it.
Yeah,
Now you love
now
it.
you love
Now
He
you
said
it.
love
love.
it.
He want to
Aw,
marry it.
aw.
He
He
want
really
Me-
like
me
it.
and
He
Jesus-
really like
me-
it.
Me
He
and
likes the
Jesus
little
love
bitty men
AEW.
slapping
you.
meat
You know.
over
You
there.
know why? You know why your old lady pushing you towards AEW, right?
Look, I don't even want to know.
Because she had a bad experience in Vegas.
Ah.
She was just like, I was sick the whole time. I was laid up in the bed. I was like, fuck this wrestling show. They ran out of food and alcohol.
But yo, since we're still on AEW, I want to spin this a different way. Can we actually finally acknowledge that the women's division that people were clamoring for in the beginning because they were impatient has vastly improved like that?
Yup. Like,
Yep.
like, honest to God, I'll say this. I want to say, like, the past 2 to 3 months, you could see the growth in that women's division.
Yeah.
Like, and I still say it to this day. Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker is in the conversation for match of the year. I don't care what anybody says. That match, if you're going back and watching
Even if
them,
it wasn't sanctioned.
true, it wasn't sanctioned. But you get what I'm
My
saying. Like,
number
that's
4.
one of those matches. You got to have that match up there. When you talk about, you know what I'm saying, the people that they've utilized over this past year, you got Hikaru Shida had an amazing run. Britt Baker has become, if not the face of the women's division, the face of AEW. When you really look at it.
Yeah.
You got people like Jade Cargill, who's a young and up and comer, very impressive look, but still a mystery because we don't know her full potential. We got people like Thunder Rosa down there. You got people like Layla Hirsch showing out every single time.
Yes.
She's visually a draw based on the fact that, you know, people talk about, oh, we're amazed by giants. We're also amazed by little people too. You know what I'm saying? And she can go out there and work with anybody. The bunny has gotten better. The fact that Butcher came back and she's now a part of that Matt Hardy thing, the Hardy family office or whatever, B-Rob's favorite group.
Yeah.
It adds some depth to her. Now you got Penelope Ford joining in with her. Ty Conti was a girl that when I looked at them signing her, I was like, ugh. And now she's like, holy shit. Like, where did this come from? You know what I mean? Statlander returning added some depth to that division. Picking up Ruby Soho at the pay-per-view.
Snacklander.
You know what I mean? Like, that women's division is stacked. If you compare that, like, just those names right there against anybody else right now, AEW might even be number 1 or number 2.
Who the hell is this guy in the ring?
Like I said, Red Velvet. Red Velvet has vastly improved. You know,
You need
Big
to tweet that
Swole,
moonsault.
Big Swole is getting better
Who the
as
fuck
her
is
health
this?
gets better.
Yeah, who the hell is that?
I don't know.
Well, who place he took?
Probably O'Reilly. They jumped him earlier.
Who is it? Show me the camera.
I
don't know, some dude named Wagner or something. You know,
I
Wagner
have never
loves the
seen this
cock.
man before a day in my
Wagner
life.
loves cock.
Yeah. That's a military thing. Wagner loves the cock.
Okay.
So long story short, in Iraq, someone wrote Wagner loves cock in a porta-john, and now it's just everywhere in the Marine Corps.
Like literally, like somewhere in
Literally
Iraq.
everywhere you go.
Yeah, somewhere in Iraq, somewhere somebody wrote Wagner loves the cock on a inside of a porta-john stall, and it's like a thing. It's to where
Now it's just a thing.
they made graphic literature about the shit. You know, it's just like somebody made a comic, tailored to the military, and they got Wagner loves the cock Easter eggs in it and shit. It's just like
it's
a
like my
phenomenon.
job. On my job, for some reason, there's a guy in the garage downstairs from me that his last name is Deanie, but almost no matter where you go in the city, you see a Deanie sucks everywhere, just like Wagner loves the cock. That's a good story.
Word.
Now I gotta
Gotta
look
love
at that now.
All right, so what's this dude look like? Is he like white? Is he big? Is he short? Is he black? Is he tall?
He's a big white guy.
He's just a big white guy, long hair, looks kind of goofy. I don't know.
Yeah, it looked like he had a beard and he just shaved it off.
Yeah.
Vince's stereotype of a wrestler.
B-Rob, what did you think about LA Knight losing at the very beginning of the fucking show?
I was confused because I didn't know why the hell he was having a match at the beginning of the show and it wasn't the main event.
That's what
Because like I just got home and I just flipped it on real quick and I was like, why is he outside of the ring like he lost?
he lost. So I mean, I will say this: Steiner's son looked fucking great. It was a pretty good debut for the kid. It was Rick Steiner's son.
Yes.
Yeah, with a dumbass name.
They changed it again.
Again? So that's the third change?
Yeah, it was supposed to be. I forgot what it was originally. Did they changed it to like something Steiner? Actually, yeah, that dude,
that guy. He looks like a crackhead Alex Riley.
He looks like 1995.
Ooh,
his name's Juan Wagner, and if you click on his Twitter, he has not that really says anything, but he only has 647 followers. So
Like
he's not like something.
He looked like 1995.
Oh, I forget this chick's name, but I've been following her since last year on Instagram when they were posting like the performance center people. This chick, she's fucking.
Oh, yeah,
she looks like she's gonna be good.
She's jacked.
Are y'all ready for some chaos?
Let's do it.
Are y'all ready for some chaos?
Oh boy,
y'all ain't ready.
Oh shit! The champ is here.
Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all ain't ready for none of
Nah,
this.
we wasn't.
The freestyle aficionado
that came out of nowhere.
Mitch.
I don't need your pathetic cheers. Who do we got here? Let's see.
What's that, bitch?
We got follow. What's his name? Nick decided to show up. He's got a dog. I heard what you do with that dog, Nick. I heard what you do with that dog and peanut butter, man. It's not cool.
Oh wait.
Who else we got?
We got the mayor and we got Brian.
We got Brian. Oh, Brian's got the guns out today. All right.
Do laundry.
Hey, man.
Quick recap. Oh, that motherfucker Wagner took our move. He did a flatliner.
He rented it out. He leased it.
Yeah, he rented it out. Okay.
He did a lease to own. He did a lease to own.
To get you up to speed there, Mitch.
Oh, did you guys know him, the champ?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Champ
Thank
Daddy,
you for reaffirming, though.
I messed up my name here. I mean, follow me on all my social media here, but Champ Daddy is now my name. My name is Champ Daddy. That is what I will be called. No Mitch. No Champ. Champ Daddy is my name.
Word. Champ Daddy. See, there you go. You
Your
already
mama named you Mitch. I'm calling you Mitch.
There you go. There you go. You're already getting compliments.
Mayor, I'll tell you right now, you don't want none of this government, Mitch, right here. All right, Mayor?
I told you already. Come to the East Coast.
What does the shirt say? What does the shirt say?
Just bring
Mitch
it.
slapped you.
When I'm ready.
Mitch,
What does my shirt say?
Come on. What are we talking about? We got to be
when
talking
I'm-
about Big
when-
E, guys.
When I'm ready.
Yeah? What are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to get you up to speed, but you're going on the Mitchism.
All right.
Damn.
It works with everything. It really does.
So, first of all, before we get into Biggie, what are your overall thoughts on All Out? Floor is yours, man. Yeah, you. We already. I'm catching you up to speed. We getting your text. We trying to catch you up.
Who are you talking to?
You. Oh, I'm sorry, Champ Daddy. Daddy Champ.
All right, there we go.
Daddy Champ will make you jump.
I didn't get to, guys, I'll be honest, believe it or not, I have friends, but they don't like me. I get invited to things and then I get pretty much ghosted. So I was supposed to go to a friend's house and watch All Out. And then he just, he said, I definitely don't want that guy coming over to my house. So I didn't get to watch it. I watched the CM Punk match and that's pretty much it. I saw the Daniel Bryan stuff at the end. The CM Punk match was good. It surprised me, I guess, just because I thought Punk was going to do the JOB, but it makes sense why he didn't. I heard about the Spot Fest. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts. I didn't really get to watch a whole lot of it, to be honest.
Okay.
Glad to see Daniel Bryan and Adam. Glad to see Bryan and Cole.
Mm-hmm. Brian Cole. Yeah, I'll remedy that for you. I'll make sure you get some eyes on that the full show. But since you brought it up, I mean, your thoughts on the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Big E. Langston.
Who are you talking to?
You motherfucker! I ain't gonna be doing this shit all night. I got some other shit to do. Get your thoughts out there, goddamn
What's
it.
my motherfucking name? Champ Daddy. Bro, I texted you. You were the first person I texted, Rob. I said,
I know. I need more than 2 words, 2 syllables saying, well, damn.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, because I turned on Raw and I saw Big E was like, I'm gonna cash in tonight. He was talking to Kofi. Is that Dominique? I knew it. Hey, Dominique. I felt it. Okay. So I barely watched Raw, but I saw Big E do the backstage promo. He said, I'm gonna cash in tonight, Kofi, and then at the end of the Orton Lashley match, by the way, that was a good match. Here he comes, and I'm still. We all had to be thinking the same thing, right? Like, no, something's gonna happen. They go to commercial break. No, it's not gonna happen. It happened. I liked it. I don't know. We'll see what happens next. It's one thing, as I know, because I'm the champ daddy. It's one thing to win the title. It's the next thing is what happens next.
Exactly. You are completely right.
So I'm the champ daddy.
Yeah.
Dominique, you know what I'm talking about, right?
But where I can't even talk. Where did we leave off before Mitch jumped? I mean, Champ Daddy graced us with his presence.
I don't remember what we were talking about on NXT. I think we were talking about what was going on live in NXT.
Yeah. Mr. 1995 who stole the black move, who rented the black move.
So it was supposed to be a fatal 4-way for the NXT championship consisting of Tommaso Ciampa, Pete Dunne, LA Knight, and Kyle O'Reilly. But Kyle O'Reilly got jumped early on the show, and now they just put some random, like, never seen before dude named Wagner in there. And
I wonder if that's for storyline purposes. I wonder if it's because of storyline purposes or Vince like.
Oh, it's 100% storyline. 100% storyline. It's 2.0.
All right, well, at least it's
the reimagining of NXT.
Oh, wait. Fuck that. Fuck everything.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Because the point that we didn't get to is why this fatal 4-way is even happening. We didn't get into Samoa Joe.
That's what I was just going to say. Do you think it's a creative thing or an injury?
I think it's kayfabe.
Yeah, you can. It's really a toss-up being that it's Samoa Joe, but I think it's it's Burukaka. Yeah, I think they just did it because they're trying to do a new change. I wouldn't even be surprised at this point if this motherfucking Wagner loves the cock guy won tonight.
What do you think, Brian?
Boy,
I feel like
he almost just won.
See?
So, think of what this whole Samoa Joe thing.
Yeah,
it's bullshit. This is total bullshit. I'm sorry. Did you listen? Go back and listen to the wording of what he said in that video. You know, I'm injured, but I can't disclose it. All right. I'm out for a short period of time, but it might be indefinite. Yeah, but it might be a long time. So I don't really know. But yeah, I gotta surrender the belt. Like, that's total bullshit. It happens 2 days before you're re-debuting NXT. Like I said, this lanky some bitch just showed up out of nowhere, and he's in a world title match.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck are you? He's gonna win.
He's not gonna win. Don't say that.
He's gonna win.
He hit him with the LeBron. Whose man's is this?
Are they? I'm out of loop, guys. Are they determining the new NXT champ right now as we speak?
Right now, as we speak.
Who are the 4 guys?
Tommaso Ciampa, Pete Dunne, LA Knight, and a new dude that we've never seen before named, what is it? Wagner?
Von Wagner.
Oh, God, I hope Von Wagner doesn't win, but I feel like he might.
Yeah, exactly. This might be it.
Oh, here we go. LA Knight's busted open, by the way.
LA Knight would be the best choice.
That was my pick originally. Oh, here we go. He got LA Knight up. Double hook. DDT. Oh no. Ooh, nice. Oh, here comes Ciampa. Never mind.
Did they have the wedding
No,
yet?
we got 15 minutes. There's 15 minutes till the show's over.
There's a wedding.
Ciampa
Yeah,
won.
Ciampa won. Oh, you're a
Ciampa
couple
won.
seconds ahead of me. Yep.
Good.
Wow.
Ciampa
Two-time.
is the
Congratulations.
new
Three.
NXT
Wow.
champion.
So they
for
obviously
this
got
new
faith.
I like
brand.
Okay.
I like
Old ass
that.
Ciampa.
Hold on. Wait.
I like that. He deserves it.
Will Carmelo Hayes walk out with the contract?
Oh,
I hope.
There's a lot going on here, guys.
yeah. There's a lot of madness.
I'm surprised LA Knight
But
didn't
back-
win.
Let me go back to Samoa Joe real quick, because
Yes,
I think I think Samoa Joe was out for like a year for those concussions, right?
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he relinquished the title. I think they did a check on him or something, and they said, "Hey, man, we're still nervous about your head." I mean, that dude's been through 20 years of Japan and everything else. They might be worried about his concussions like they were with Brian.
I will say this.
Nah, I think
Here-
it's straight kayfabe.
I
think it's
call
straight kayfabe.
I call Vince McMahon bullshit on this. What happened a couple months ago with Samoa Joe?
They
Got
fired him.
released.
Back.
He got released. Who hired him back?
Triple H.
Okay. What is Vince now doing?
Triple
NXT.
H's job.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like,
Couldn't have
as much
said
as
it better.
like with all due respect, I hope Joe is okay, and I hope the injury isn't true. But
Yeah.
if he is injured, I will feel like a jackass. But until I find out anything different, I'm sorry. WWE is too sketchy that I don't trust what they're doing, and it looks way too obvious.
Well, thank
Yeah.
God Von
Von
Dutch
Dutch.
didn't win. Von Roski.
Von Dutch.
Von
Thank God
Helsing.
Von Vicious Man didn't win.
Yeah.
No, Tommaso Ciampa's a good choice, man. He's a former NXT champ. Had a good run. He's a good worker, good talker.
He got Goldie back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nah,
he's not
I
as
said
good as me, but-
I called kayfabe as soon as I seen that video. It was like this is again Samoa Joe not fitting in Vince's vision, just how Brian just broke it down. And I do appreciate the fact that, you know what, you came back for us. We'll give you the honors of being the only 3-time champion,
True.
but that's about it.
Yeah. And then, the draft is coming up, so he might easily pop up on Raw and SmackDown.
There you go.
Or 205
Kayfabe
Live.
injury healed. Kayfabe injury healed in a couple weeks.
Sorry, guys, I was just sharing this real quick. I know. Okay, calm
Well, they
down.
didn't say he had the COVID.
There we go. All right, kayfabe injury heal. We got it. Okay.
So the wedding's about to happen. I'm not excited.
Who's getting
Do you,
married now?
Austin Theory's gonna fuck it all up. I'm saying
Yeah.
it now.
It's
Who?
Indy Hartwell and Dexter Loomis.
Does Dexter get shot tonight?
Yeah.
They don't got the balls to do that. That's Impact type shit.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's kid.
Ain't that
It's
real?
kid friendly WWE.
Yeah, this is the Nickelodeon splat
He
zone.
stubbed his toe on
Yeah,
the
they're
way to
gonna
the
put-
altar.
They're gonna pull out the blam gun and the flag shoots out.
They go, what's that? What's that?
Now you know what
game?
they do? They use paintballs.
Word.
Keep it with the
Oh,
new color
yeah.
thing.
Oh
Tell you,
no,
man.
but
This
But
some
like
double dare
B-Rob
shit.
said, they're gonna slime him before he comes in, and he stands at the top of the thing like, oh man.
Hey, how are we not gonna talk about Triple H's health?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
glad he's
yeah.
okay.
Well,
Speedy recovery,
I hope
speedy
he's all right.
recovery, please.
Could this be why Vince took over?
Possibly.
No,
Possibly,
Hey,
dude.
all
No.
I know is maybe we're one step closer from Paul Levesque being all elite.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah,
man.
this was
in
this
the
was
crazy
Vince
world that
taking
we live in. Is this at all possible?
yes.
I don't know, man.
What? Am I the only one who thinks there's really a shot he could go there?
I've been saying this for months.
But what is he gonna do though?
No,
I mean, he gonna do like a
I like
sting
what-
and all that other shit.
I
Yeah.
like what Brian said before. Let him go help Billy Corgan in the NWA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
'Cause, I
like
mean,
that
I like-
too,
You
but
guys are out of
Yeah.
your minds. Are you think Triple H is gonna leave the freaking WWE? Dude, he's married
Yes.
to Vince McMahon. I mean, there's no chance.
There's
In
totally a chance.
Because that's what you
There's
got.
no
Question. Question. Did Shane leave?
yeah.
Did he go to another wrestling company?
Doesn't matter, but was
There
Shane
was
out
one.
of business?
Shane's not Triple H.
Exactly. Shane doesn't love pro wrestling the way Triple H loves pro wrestling.
Well,
He can
Triple
leave
H-
he can still be part of the family. He can leave WWE, sell all of his stock, make a shit ton of money, or he can leave the stock there and just keep making money, or he can go work and do whatever he wants. And like I said before, and Dan said it too, he can go to the NWA and help out the NWA. He's an old school NWA guy.
And that makes sense to me because how he's so much of a historian for professional wrestling, and NWA has all that historic ties in there.
He has Ric Flair's belt.
He can be the family mole and go to a company that needs money and then comes back and, hey, Daddy Vince, come buy them. He could go to an MLW who could probably use a person like him. Hey, Vince.
Y'all are high. What are you smoking?
We're talking conspiracy
all
theory.
y'all are high.
We're talking conspiracy.
You guys think Triple H can leave WWE? Bro, oh my gosh.
If he was gonna go anywhere, it would be AEW, and that's it.
All right, Mitch. Here's the question.
And I didn't say. I'm just talking on the theories. I didn't say he was going. I just said if he did, this is what would make sense. And go steal Jacob Fatu from MLW. That's all I said.
Dude, I'll tell you right now. Dude, I've worked with Jacob Fatu. That dude's a stud. And I can't believe he's tied up in a contract with MLW. Right?
He resigned.
They gotta pick him up, dude.
He resigned with MLW for like 2 more years.
Yeah, well, I hope they're paying him good. You know,
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Super kicked me in the face one night. I didn't appreciate that, but he's a good dude. No, Triple H. Well, first of all, y'all, best wishes to Triple H, man. Let's make sure he heals up. You know, the heart is a serious thing. I know I'm the heartbreaker. You know, God, I just can't help putting myself over, huh? It's ridiculous. No, but seriously, best wishes, Triple H. Better wishes to Stephanie. You know, maybe Triple H can come back and show Alexa Bliss, put her in a hammerlock, and maybe teach Alexa Bliss the reversal of the hammerlock, and then Stephanie, maybe Triple H will leave WWE. But otherwise, did you guys follow that? Was that?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Trish,
yeah. Dominique is
Dominique, when are you coming back on the show? Dominique hasn't been on in a minute.
She a gamer. She a streamer.
She a gamer. She ain't got time for this bullshit.
Hollywood.
You probably just got this on the background.
She too good. She too good for us.
What'd she say? What's her
And
comment?
she got a camera.
I know.
Technology.
He's her and the dog.
Yo, I'm low-key not gonna lie. I just opened Instagram. And I saw the little, like, you know, like for the page, like their little profile pic there.
Yep.
Low-key, NXT's instantly looked like the Domino's logo.
Yeah.
Dead ass. I was like, oh, a pizza, and then I looked and it was BFAB.
What are you eating, by the way, Nick?
Ooh.
Chips,
Chipotle.
salsa.
Am I gonna get canceled by the
y'all-
culture if I say BFAB never needs to wrestle?
I kind of agree.
No, say it.
Y'all didn't realize this episode is called Dining is Trash because
Yes.
Nick and B-Rob opened the show.
I was eating
Stuff in their
pancakes when we
faces.
started.
I'm getting
In celebration of Big E's title victory, I was eating
Yeah,
pancakes.
he was celebrating
You know
Big
something?
E. I was just being.
I applaud that.
I might go
I
make
was
some
just being
food.
ignorant.
I'm hungry.
I'm actually in the mood for
I
some
was just
pancakes.
being
Dining-
ignorant.
Like
Dining is
seriously, this is
trash.
like it's serendipity, man. It's like it was meant to happen. I told my wife last night that Big E won the title. She was all excited and shit. And then when I was on the way home, she was like, "You want pancakes for dinner?" I was like, "You fucking right, I want some pancakes for dinner."
Did you hit her? Did you hit her with the big ending?
Oh, that'll be later after this podcast concludes.
Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the sample.
No, what's the other one?
Button. Push the goddamn button.
What's your
Thank
goddamn
you.
button?
Thank you.
Now, what's the other move that the New Day have? Their other combination move. It was like the Midnight Ride or something like that.
Oh, the midnight
The midnight hour.
Some tower.
The Midnight Hour. Hell yeah. Yeah, because I got another podcast right after this, so it might be the Midnight Hour until I
So
give her
you're
the
gonna
big
give her the
end.
big ending at the midnight hour.
Hell yeah.
All right.
After Mitch night, we're gonna let it all hang out.
And
Hey,
then-
I'm kind of getting hungry, y'all. I need some nourishment. I think. Yes.
And then when he does that, his thing's gonna go. You know, Big Shaq.
Yeah.
The
That's
thing
not-
goes.
You know what?
My woman hates me and hates y'all for telling me who the hell sang that song. It is on my Spotify, and it just randomly comes on like every day.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I thank you. She would say fuck y'all, but I thank you.
You know, she gonna get on top of me, and my toes
She
gonna curl
gonna?
up.
Hey,
and I'm
Rob.
gonna go.
To the moon. Whoa!
Woo! He's in the ring.
Is she gonna feel the power?
Yeah.
And
Wow,
then
the
he-
New Day
and then-
is-
and then he'll roll over and go, yes, yes, yes.
No.
No, you gotta come out
And
the
then-
horn.
We gotta
No,
keep
no.
the New Day theme.
No, I probably
And
roll
then-
over. No, I probably roll over, hit the gong, and be like, boom.
I think Kofi Kingston's original music is gonna come on. It's gonna go SOS.
No, and then at the end, she's gonna look at Rob and just say, "Acknowledge me."
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, don't
So-
tap out, brother. Don't tap out.
B-Rob, you know you got to be like a couple times. WWE World Tag
I don't think I'll get to, hey,
World
don't think-
Champion.
I don't think I'll get to the second W, brother. I'll just be like, W.
and,
No!
and then
No,
it is
no, or
what
at
it
the
is.
end-
Yo, but
At the end, I
please
hate
don't
saying
do
this.
Please don't do this, B-Rob. When you're finished, just don't look at it and say, who's next? We don't want that.
Oh,
We don't want that.
She's like, "Be my attorney, motherfucker."
All right, all the wrestling puns are out now. We got it.
Yeah.
We need more. We need more.
Well, feed you more?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's what
More.
she's gonna say
Feed
to
Mitch
you.
more.
Or you're gonna say to her. I don't know.
Mitch more. Hey,
I have the simplest catchphrase in the history of pro wrestling. You guys know what it is? I have the simplest, easiest, best catchphrase ever. I'll tell you at the end of the show. Are we wrapping this thing up? Because I gotta eat and
Yes.
I got girls and everything going on.
Yes.
All right, you guys. This is fucking great though. You got chaos has ensued. All right, we got tank tops. We got people eating. I mean, could you ask for anything more as an audience member?
Yes,
Yes.
we can ask for
Yes.
a lot more.
Yes.
Some thick Statlander, some Jay Cargill.
Mhm. I'd like to see that match. Freaking what's that? Snacklander versus Cargill.
Why
With
the
Jordan-
hell
with
is there
Jordan-
an
with Jordan
Asian
Grace.
Whoa.
Why is there an Asian dude
Hey, wait,
in
time
a
out.
rainbow
I
colored
got-
jacket and a rainbow pair of Speedos just flashing himself at a wedding?
Yeah.
That's just Nick.
Representation.
There you go.
Who did
He
that?
looking at. I got to go back and watch this because oh my god.
No, all I gotta
Hold
say is I gotta call out Rob.
Yeah.
So, you know how on the podcast, Rob's over when Nikki AS was a thing, and Rob was like, "Ooh, Nikki thickness."
Yeah.
Rob
Nikki
got a
ASS.
little. Rob over here got a little too fucking buzzing. Wasn't even able to watch that match. He sat down. He didn't even acknowledge Nikki in her tights.
Aw.
You know what? 'Cause
No Nikki
I
ASS.
told you why. If you listen
This
to the-
motherfucker got an axe.
What? Are they pulling a Kurt Angle?
This nigga got. You know what? Everything I said about the whole Impact shit, I was wrong. I forgot Sam Shaw was from Impact. My bad.
Hey, going back real quick, I got one
gonna
more
cut
line
somebody.
for Rob to use on his wife. Are you ready for this one, Rob?
I'm listening.
Okay. Out of respect, and prayers and hope for Triple H to heal, you just got to tell her, "I am the game, and I am that damn good." That's what you tell her. And you spit water up in the air, bro. That's how you finish.
Rob,
Wait, fuck
But
all
then-
that. What?
But then
what's
she
going on
flips
with
him
this
over.
act?
Hold on, but then she flips him over and then
Okay.
hits him with the Jay Cargill and said, "No, it's because I am that inch."
but see,
I'm
even though I don't like this motherfucker and his beautiful, flexible, Instagram worthy, jiggly booty, white fuck Miro. But you know what you do, Rob? After she does that, you flip her over and you go, "Game over," and you put her in the camel clutch and you humble her. There you go.
What is this right now?
I really hope your wife doesn't listen to this one.
She
Mrs.
don't.
B. Rob,
Oh,
we
hate
are
her.
sorry.
We apologize.
We got love for you. We are sorry.
Rob made
Hey,
us do
fuck
it, by
that.
the
I
way.
want to know what happened with an axe.
All right, Nick. We're talking about sex, and you want to talk about an act.
Yeah,
He does
motherfucker.
have an axe.
Nick
Yo,
is a
this is the
kinky son
funniest-
of a bitch right there. He wants to axe. He likes axe sex. He likes to get.
Hey, I have
He likes-
Jesus. Jesus watches me. Jesus watches me christen the sheets.
High five every night. You the man, big guy.
He
Oh,
blesses this.
he sprayed the holy water, just squeaks
Yeah.
out the wall.
Yeah, he got like a
Oh,
little.
Jesus.
He got a spout on there.
Rob, give her a Taz. Can you give her a Taz?
Give
Can
her a
you give her a
transmission.
Taz?
Let's
Can you
hear
give
it.
her a
If I
Taz?
let
for me?
you.
Word.
Yeah.
Survive if I let you.
Yeah.
I like that.
And tell her she's just another victim.
Nah.
Hey yo.
Can't say another.
All right.
You gotta watch the
B
verbiage.
Rob, I think we hit the end of this one.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
The big
Come on,
ending.
we got more. We got a couple more.
No,
We gotta end
no.
on the best one possible. For B Rob, when he makes love to
B
his
Rob's
wife.
gonna have to.
Come on.
No, we're
Go
gonna
ahead.
make him
Best
pop a
line you
blue
can hit her
chew.
with.
I'm listening.
Fuck no,
Oh, this
fuck
man's
Brian.
gonna
I
do it.
keep refreshing Twitter and I see nothing about an axe.
This man had an axe in his jacket. They said that I'm assuming they ask if anybody objects, and he just looks back like this and opens his jacket and shows the axe.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Say something, I'll cut you."
Yeah.
Without
But anyway,
saying,
Mitch, hit me with that. I mean, the friggin', you know what the fuck your name is. Go
Oh,
ahead.
you
And,
didn't know?
Yeah, hit us with the
Yo,
last
ass-
words before we roll out.
Somebody. I don't know. We gotta. Come on, guys.
the
Attitude
referee
Era,
is done.
Val Venus, something. What do we got? Final. What is Rob saying to his wife after he,
Hello, ladies.
you're fired?
I would hit you
No,
with
she's
some
fired.
Gertner, but I think that might be a little too X-rated.
I was like,
Tell her
finally,
she's
the
fired,
cat has come
You're
back to
fired.
your vagina.
See, I don't know. I don't
Nah,
know what
Joe
y'all know about my
Gertner.
boy.
Joe Gertner.
Oh, wait, I got one. I got one.
Finally.
Peek out my audio.
Nick,
Hey,
let's do it. What you got?
He's been googling catchphrases.
Rob's gonna
real.
look at her and be like, "Hey, I'm coming," and she's gonna go, "Tell me I didn't just hear that."
We missed the obvious one and my favorite one, and that's MVP. I'm coming.
I was expecting more.
Tell
I
me
was
you did
expecting
not
more.
just say
But the
that.
excitement level you had, Nick, it was good, but I was expecting more.
It's a combination of the two. It's the MVP and the Booker T, so we good. That's a good place to put a pin in
Tell
it.
me I didn't
So-
just hear that.
So on behalf of myself, Nick Anicelli, the mayor, I got to
Follow
jump
the
over
name.
Nick to get him. Brian and the champ down here in whatever direction that is.
Brock, tell her she'll never, ever be the same again. Follow me. I'm the champ. I love y'all. I'm the champ daddy.